Hello, welcome to what is one of probably many recordings for Timberborn. I've never recorded playing this before. I've watched a million people play it, and I thought, give it a go, see what we get. So this is a new channel, a new game to me, playing it anyway, so one of those, I think I know what I can do with this. So I've played one quick game of this so far. Still can't get my way around the GUI, but we'll find out when we get into the game. Learn it all eventually. I'm going to do a new game, and because I haven't yet gotten any far, I still can't play the Iron Teeth. So it's a folktails game, this one. Going to pick somewhat of one of the inbuilt maps. I haven't got any extra ones. Which one I don't know. Beginner friendly is probably a good place to go. So let's go with, I don't know, lakes. No, waterfalls. We'll do that one first. Played on normal, as I do not think I would survive a hard mode. We'll get to that in due time. Okay, so we're in the game. Let's give the name the settlement. This the Beaverdome. Okay. I know enough to pause the game first, so anyone who's watched people play Timberborn before have probably seen this map 5 million times, but we will do what we can with it. So first things first, going to need some paths, and we're going to need some water. Get one of those in for now. Finish off the path for that. We're going to also need to get some of those in. We're also going to need to cut some buildings. So let's just get some of those in and get a path in. And apologies if you're used to seeing people with a bit better way around the GUI than me, but we'll get there eventually. Let's just cut half of those down for now. Hopefully there should be enough people in here to get something built. Let's just get as many people in there as humanly possible going forwards. This is the most prioritized place under the sun. Once we've got that in, we could do with some storage just here. And we'll go with that for the short term. Let's see how they do. They should be able to cut enough down there to be able to get enough wood to build this, and then I think this map, again for anyone that's played it, the biggest problem is going to be dealing with bad tides when they come and rip through all of this. So what we probably need to do also is gather a flag over here. We get the berries. Okay, so getting wood. We need this, so we need 12 logs coming in. At the minute we have 0. Then once this is built, hopefully gives these guys something to do. I guess we should pick the berries, seeing as they're the only thing over here. I should do that anyway. And then once we've got that far with this, let's just the speed start into number 2. Speed them up a bit. Make make this lower priority. Don't think we need to rush that. Well, there should be enough in here to feed and water him. But I think we're going to have to also look at getting farm sorted sooner rather than later. So, let's see. So playing the folktales, we have efficient farmhouse. So if we move this, I guess here, try and keep it as far away from arable land as possible, I guess. But it's as good as any for now. So that could be the next job once this is finished. So, as with everything, let's just plant as many carrots as humanly possible. Leave... yeah, that'll do. Take them a while to get that built, and eventually they'll get to this. We should lose a builder for that. There's two free anyway, so that's good. So that one of them can go in here. Only fallen berries anyway. So we only need this really to keep till this is here. And eventually we're going to need to start looking at something that's a bit better for them to eat than just carrots, but for the short term the point here is to survive. We're also going to need to worry about water when it dries up in a drought. So it's going to be a case of looking at getting dams sorted. So there's quite a lot of space to get them to try and bridge all of that, but we're going to have to at some point. So we may as well start soon. What I think we should also do is look for science. So with this, if there's any spares, which we do, we can at least look to get science going up, as we're going to need that to survive. What I did in my quick 30-second playthrough in the other game before this one, I decided it'd be try and speedrunning the science would be the good plan. It seemed to work, so I managed to get things like stairs, etc., which were handy to have. But also we need the forester. So we need 30 science for that, which isn't a great deal. So once we get this built, I think our first priority should be able to grow trees. When the bad tide rips through here, all of this is dead. What we could also do, is I've just noticed those in the corner, so if we just put that there, put a path down to there, and then if we mark those for cutting, probably should unmark them really. Let's leave them alive for now, and let's concentrate on this. Oops. Let's concentrate on getting these dead trees down. Be useful for the time being, and it's dead wood, so... In fact, I think we should put in another one, and... what's this? So that's got the berries in. So what's next? Have we used all the logs in there? We have. Okay, fine. It's okay. Once these are going, we'll get people in there. Get them cutting stuff down. And we could do... I guess for the short time, let's just put that in, but we'll lower the priority on that. Okay, they're doing the farmhouse over the water. Fine, I did tell them to do that. Okay. Oh, we better get food in anyway. There should be enough in here to be able to pull enough in for them to drink. Okay, so you're doing nothing. Fine. Hopefully those guys are going to build that. Good. Very good. I think I should put that back to normal. It'd probably be better to get someone out of there and spare into there. As much grown as humanly possible. It's a lot of logs, but we need them. Need the water. So the whole reason for playing and recording the game and uploading it to YouTube is just to see if I could. I am terrible at keeping up with anything I say I'm going to do, so this is more of an experiment funds for me. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really played games on a computer for a very long time. It's kind of something that kind of fell out of favour with years ago. But as I say, I've been watching loads of people play this across different channels. It's one of those you always sit there and you think, I could do that, so we'll see how we go. We'll just wait for the sun to come. Let's just burn quickly through there. Once they're all up, slip it back down again. Yes, water. Let's fill that up. Okay, so we can take a couple of people out of there. We don't... In fact, pause the farmhouse. We don't need anyone in there at the minute. Let's get someone back into there. Good. Okay, so we do have sciencing, and we do have a spare beaver. So I think what we should do is concentrate on getting another one in. Then try and rush the science a bit on that. Wait for these to come in, so won't take too long. Then we'll get everyone back into here out of there. So let's just deprioritize these as we do. Workplace priority. Thank you. Okay, so with that, hopefully there's some water going in there, which there is, which is good. We don't really have a lot, so I think the best thing to do would be to get another tank built. Yeah, because it's starting to get thirsty. Okay, so do we want 2 log pumps yet? Don't really have the stuff for that. It's fine. We'll let the beavers cut down these dead trees and then we'll look to see what happens over here. Once we get science up, we need to start working on what we're going to invest it in. So with the science, said before, we're going to get the forester. We really could do with other building materials coming soon, but I think we need to get our wood supply saved. Now, what I'm thinking we can do, again when the bad tide rips through here, potentially look at levies. 120, we can make a little box, and then we would need water dump, fluid dump. It's quite a lot of science, but I think if we can keep this back bit green, we can move a lot of the farming. Potentially, if we put it in the middle, we might get a bit stretch out here, so there's at least an emergency farm and wood. And then hopefully with the forester with a decent reach, we should be able to get them to replant anything that dies over here. Plus we would get a bit of dead wood out of that. For the time being, these guys up here have got enough reach to get those. They're only pines, so we don't get too many logs out of them, but... okay, they're doing that first, which is good. Got some berries coming in. These will be a while, I think. Logs, please. Right, okay, so... I think in the short term, we're okay. The initial panic. Not that it was a panic, but hey-ho. I do want to look to remove this at some point to get a bit of water in here, but I don't think doing that until we've got an ability to stop bad tides coming this way first. So step number one, let's get that filled with some logs. We are going to need to start looking at planks very soon, so we can get a forester, which means we could start planting stuff. I think this is probably our better idea. In fact, before we do that, if we were to get to levees, we can drop a levee in here, and also look to get a fluid dump into here. That should green up this. It doesn't so much work with the farm, but it's cheaper than building a above ground levee splash pool. Which is fine. Are these growing yet? Yet. Okay. So let's give them a bit of time to get this working up. It's through the night, so let's just speed these up through here. Get us to the morning. And eventually, once we've got some bits and pieces covered to keep the beavers alive, we can start worrying about things like somewhere for them to sleep, which, as much as it must be wonderful sleeping under the stars, it's probably not ideal. There's quite a lot of logs there that we're probably never going to need. What we probably could be also thinking of doing is... What's the reach on these guys? Yeah, they can cover it all, so let's also plan to cut everything here down. There's no... I suppose we could go up there as well. Why not? Why not? Just take what you can. So that should give me enough to play with. There's not many big trees over there. There's only one log in these. So, yeah, it'll do. It'll be okay. Let's see, what have we got for... They're 50 logs. So yeah, so we're nowhere near that. Okay, so I think we should look to the forester. I think this is a good investment of our time. Now, if this guy goes here, we have pretty much... There's no real better way to put them, so let's just... put him there, and then we will... give him that. So this guy, hopefully, should... be able to sort this out with some extra trees. If we just plant pines as far as we can get them so far, I think we'll be okay. These carrots, I think a lot of that will move towards the back if we can get this filled, but we need to get some more science for that, so hopefully still employed. We're going to lose some people out of these when we turn this back on, because these shouldn't be too far away. What we could probably look to do with is some storage for everything in here. So that's 15 logs. These want planks, don't they? Yes, damn it. Okay, that was a big fail. Okay, fine. May as well pause that there, we can't do anything about it. It's okay. Let's get them built up. So, where's the best place we can put... think as good a place as any is probably here. Yeah, we'll just put it there. It's fine. So this We need some more logs off these guys. I think we should make this the next priority, but they're bringing it in anyway, so that's okay. And we do need to start looking at just make that the lowest priority, so hopefully they don't start building it like crazy people, crazy beavers. Hopefully that's just the priorities, right? Aha, okay, so we have some carrots. So let's unpause this. No, is that it's going to work in there? It should do. Let's just move it on. I'm not entirely sure that is in the right place, but I think it is. Oh yeah, it's going to be okay. It's fine. A bit more central. It's definitely going to work now. And we obviously need a path in there, so let's just get that. Okay, so we have enough logs to finish this off. That'll be tomorrow's job. Hopefully they get round to finishing that. Again, zoom to the night. Let's just quickly rush that. Hopefully 26. Good. And we are making more than enough. Right. Perfect. So we're probably going to lose... Oh no, someone's going up. Oh good. We have just the right numbers. Perfect. Okay, so let's just put a little block storage here. Sorry, blank storage in. And then we can get the 7 planks we need to finish this off. Blocks are okay. Science is going up. I think we're still fully employed in here. Yes. Okay. We really could do with storage. That was the next thing, wasn't it? So, I think best thing for that is probably, for now, here. Let's just get that for carrots. So 5 planks, that's good. We will pause this shortly, because then we don't need any more. May as well get them to dump it straight in there, actually. Nothing else to build, so we may as well add the bits. Good. So for now, I think it wouldn't be too crazy if we add some more water storage. Just because not looking too full. So we've lost 1 out of there, which is fine. We're nearly at 120, which gives us levies. What we probably should start looking to do soon. Yeah, see, we've got that now. Yes, please. Give me that. Right. So if we could get beavers in here, it's not ideal for watering, but it should be okay for what we need to do. So we get that there. Hopefully we can sneak a path. Yeah. So we can sneak a path that way. We'd probably get rid of that because at some point we want the fluid dump, but I think that's probably going to have to wait. And logs and planks. Okay, so we have enough to do that. think we pause. Oh, no, get them planted, I suppose, for the trees. Pause the planks instead. We'll get the science back building up on there. Okay. So that's in. We should have a nice little area there to keep a bit of water, and that should hopefully, my theory works, work on that. Now, we're also going to need to start looking at dams. And I think the best place for a dam would be across here, but I don't think we can really do much with that. So, if they are to walk across this, we're going to have to build it here. It should be okay, so it's going to be a lot of materials. There's a lot of logs. We're almost out of the dead stuff, so we're going to go into here. So, these growing up should be fine. Hopefully the drought is kind to us and be short. It's the first one, so it should be. Yeah, there's what, 5, 6 logs left there, and then they'll be putting into this. So, I think we're about as good as we can be for these. Can they reach this? They cannot. Right. Okay, let's just run a quick path. Eventually, it'd be good to get over here. We can't do much about it at the minute. So we've got barely enough to build 3 of them, but we'll see. We may end up losing a lot of these trees as well, but it is what it is. Does that give us stairs? Yeah, would stairs be more handy? I think they would be. Is there anything up here? There's a bit more wood, but nothing too exciting up here for wood. These oaks would be quite nice, but they're a long way away. So there's some nice big oaks over here, so I think... Oh, what have we got? Broken teeth. Okay, fine. We probably should look at something to help him with that. Let's just... Gotta keep the beavers happy, so let's just up the priority on that. We don't have the trees to build all of this anyway, so there's nothing a lot we can do about it. Might be ideal, if we can't get this built, is to maybe pause and then look to get the stairs in. So I think actually, let me just pause that and let's go for stairs. I think. Or is it better to do that? Yeah, we'll get some of the wood to bounce back up. We've got 13 planks and that's paused. So there's enough to build stairs. So let's... Where are stairs? You never find anything in the menu. Aha. So, yep, we're out of water, but it's only 2 days, that's okay. With this, path. No, thank you. No, no, no. Please do as you've told, thank you. But what will be ideal over here is getting something close for that and getting some of these sorted. So, and then let's get some of these oaks. These will provide us with what we need. Let's just pause these two. So, the 2 beavers over here go over there. And good. Okay, so excellent. Right, so those oaks will be our lifeline. I suppose we can safely turn these back on. What's paused here? What is paused here? Path, right? Okay. So we've not got many logs left. That just needs hitting with a hammer. That needs pretty much everything, and that's got absolutely nothing in it. Okay, so what we do need to start worrying about is bad tides now. I think the best way, after we've got something up here to sustain that, we're at 100. So, 250. So, I guess once it's built, we should get some decent amount of storage for the water back here. It's not going to go anywhere, but we do want to watch out for anything that comes up here. So we do need to fix this problem, but we also need that any bad tide to leave this way. Now, at some point in the future, you can chuck it off the other side of the map. However, I think in the short term, we need to put a bypass in here. That's a lot of wood. Again, I think it's going to be levees that we use for that. Not leaking the water out of the corner, are we? No. Okay, so I'll get replanted. It's okay. What are our carrots looking like? We have none. Okay. Not ideal, but we probably could do with some planting some more, so let's just get carrots in. So they shouldn't die anymore, which is good. Obviously the tree survived. These should start growing up soon. Okay, they're halfway there. Could probably start to look at getting a house set up at this point, because otherwise we're going to start losing beavers. So we have 10 beavers, these hold 3. We're going to need a lot more houses than this. That should give us enough space for what we currently have and a couple of spare beds. What's that one? No, we can't pause that one. Thanks, Caps Lock. So, water's going up. I think if we're going to start increasing the population, we need to definitely start starting to look at something different to this, but it's fine for now. Oh good, everyone's happy now. So this will get finished off tomorrow. We have some wood for that, which is fine. We are running out of beavers. Where am I saying people? Beavers. Ah, we have some dye. Fine. Okay. You can be paused. And we probably could do with setting cut area for this, just where we planted, which should cover that. We'll leave these for now. I don't think we need to worry about cutting these down just yet. So we have 2 spare beds. Hopefully we'll get some baby beavers soon. Just unmark this. So, where were we? Trying to undam this. Now, will it be easier? Start thinking about this, but we're going to need to put something in with this. Hopefully if we get another drought, we could... Yeah, we're kind of stuck because this fills up. That fills up, so we need to start worrying about what's going to happen here eventually, but don't think we can really sustain doing any major building projects yet. Certainly not with the amount of wood we've got. I think our best bet, other than setting this for water, if they're coming in, that's okay. Now we have 2 empty spare, 2 more extra jobs than we have people for. There's nothing over here, so pause these. I think for the time being we should concentrate on getting the science up, 'cause I don't think we can survive a big build yet. So I am going to leave this 1 birch alive. Some extra oaks that will pop up eventually, so we can use those. Got some carrots coming in, which is nice. Science is going up, so we need another odd science. That 100. What was it? 250. Okay, we need a lot more. Fine, it's fine. If we do get a bad tide, we are going to remove these ladders. There's absolutely no one should be in there whatsoever. I think at the minute we're kind of on a holding pattern. Gripping viewing, I know. But we have 2 babies coming in, which is good. We have 1 spare bed. What I will do... We add another one here, but if we pause it there, I don't really want to get too many babies going at once. We probably should give them something to do at night. For all intents and purposes, I think it's safe to say that these are probably as good as any, and they can go straight to their houses, go straight to a campfire. What I'll do is I'll let them build it, then I'll pause it. Hopefully stave off the boom. So we have full house again anyway, so maybe worth just letting it go. It's fine, okay, fine. So that gives the baby something to do other than wandering around. We should just pause this guy. Obviously don't need the berries, so you can go and help the farm. We have some trees coming in, so let's unpause that. We're taking them straight back out the farm. Oh no, come out there, that's okay. That's fine, we're nearly at our goal for that anyway. I think it's probably going to be best if What I might need to do is move these houses eventually anyway, but should be enough up here to bring the farms back. Hopefully we get a nice, decent bit of green up here that won't be touched. They are tearing through these trees. I think we should get someone back into this. That's pretty much killed our science. Just slow these down, just to keep up on top of everything. Let's get a big chunk replanted and then get someone back into there. So we need to be careful now because we've got 2 more spaces for beavers. Not too many. Good, we're starting to get some extra there. Excellent. Okay. Again, logs not looking brilliant, but we should some people to grow up. People, beavers. I think if we now pause that, it should be enough there. What I want to do is whatever's not planted, which it looks like they all are, do want to start replacing them with oaks. So I think let them put down what's there, and then I'll replace them with oaks and turn the forester back on. But we'll see. Okay, so nearly there. So they've pretty much wiped out entire carrot stash, which is fine, although we do have some berries. I know what's in there, okay. Is it worth getting a... Possibly. Let's just... dig in here, we get some berries. They should get put into there. Good. Okay. We've lost scientists, which is not ideal. We've got some carrots anyway, so that's okay. Day 10, so we're going to be looking at something coming up soon. Some extra oaks down there we could get to potentially. There's a lot of deadwood over here. What might be a better idea is if we took a levee down in here. My big fear is a bad tide, so let's just do that. And I think I'm gonna get rid of that. They can come pick those bits and pieces up because they are always handy. In fact, come and get those now, just in case. That gives us a risk-free trip across the river, which is what we want. So, water is looking good. We probably need to start worrying about industry at some point. Something that's a bit more industrial than just that. Which will be gears, but I do want the water secured up here, so I think... unless anyone grows up tomorrow... we're going to need to up the priority of these, which doesn't look like we have, so... I am going to speed run getting that, which is take them out of there, which is fine. Let's take 2 builders away. We're not building much. So it gives us 2 beavers back in there. Get that finished. That shouldn't take them too long to do that. Yes, perfect. Okay. Have they got... Yes, they have. Good. So, they can stay there. They won't need to go down there for anything else. I think what would be better is... Should have built this on the other side, but alas, it wasn't to be. So, what we do need to get them to do is probably tidy up these paths now. I think if we tear that out, sort the pathing out properly to take the long way around, and then I can put, eventually, once this maxes out, good, okay. Get rid of that. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of industry in this area. I think... what have we got in terms of... Oh, they're out for cutting. But they will... Oh, they are in range. Okay, fine. Okay, so we have 2 beavers with nothing to do. And I think let's take the opportunity to change this. And get someone back in there. Bobbing of 6. Okay. Logs are slowly going up, which is good. We have planted some oaks and they'll take a long time to come in. But we have everyone in the farmhouse. Carrot supplies are going up. You're not busy. It's a lot of berries. That's an emergency stuff, so what does it pains me? Oops. I think... I think this would be better. It's just... Yes. I'll get picked up. That gives us a bit of an emergency stash, so I think we'll be okay. So... we have those. We are at our goal for over here, so... We need 10 logs, 10 planks. This will probably be bad for our water supply, which we're going to have to start looking at something better, but I think if we can greenify this, see what this does for us, this could be a massive waste of resources, but it's too late now. Next is gears. We have to do gears. We probably need to start looking at another water wheel. But we need 100 science for that, so we're not far off now for that. Okay. That's good. We will need someone in here. So we're going to take a job from somewhere else. Just reduce the priority back down on these. We have 1 spare bed. We have some more beavers than ever, which is good. Okay. Hopefully they should grow up soon. Get us the 2 that we need in here. While that's empty, I will get rid of that. So that'll make Gear Workshop going here a bit nicer. And then we need to start looking at improving water storage, especially now that we have this sink here. But berries looking good. Okay, it's another drought. Hopefully we can get this at least cleared. Eventually they'll clear all that. And then we need to really start looking at this. I think what we're going to need to do with the drought is look at floodgate, putting it in here when this drains away at 150. So we're going to need that science to come up hopefully in that drought, but don't think we'll get there. But what we can start to look to do is block this off, because if we build a path that runs down here and across, we should be able to stem the tide of anything coming this way. We could build upwards, come up here, put in a levee, and then run diagonally. How much are these? 250. Probably a bit too much. Okay, we're not doing any science whatsoever now. Must have had some more people die, which we have. Again, beavers, not people. Okay. So I think we can pause that. So that's built. We should have someone coming in to build this up, hopefully. See how much greenery we get. This covers everything anyway. So while this fills up, we should, hopefully, see a nice bit of green area here. I think it's going to be more beneficial to move the farms back here. So to that end, I think if we get a farmhouse and tuck it neatly this corner, this is kind of dead space anyway. But yeah, if we put that, just flip it. If we put that there, and then we can bring a path that way. It didn't really get, although we might get a bit more from there. Sure. But if we do that, and I think here we can start to bring up some decent plants. Now it could be a chance for potatoes. So they're never going to grow here because there's contamination, but we should be able to get all of this in. Oh, two more there, look. Oh, okay, fair enough. Didn't need that one. Oh, in that case then, if you can cover all that, I think we'll pause that. If we get enough beavers, eventually we can use this as an extra pair of hands. I think if we look at the trees, see if we can get some more oaks in. First, something to do, and we're at a balance with jobs, which is good. Okay, so berries are going up. They're getting picked clean, which is what we want. Carrot storage is nearly full, but there's plenty of space left in there. And then there's space back here for some more storage. We need to. We will eventually obviously need to get some potato storage, and we will also need to get a grill. So I think the grill should be next after. Probably put that around here. So these houses need to move, as this is prime planting position. So I think what we'll do when we're out of beds is we'll start to migrate the houses over this way. Eventually, we could do with some more space for people. Beavers. But we really need the science up to get the gears, so that one. Oh, yeah. 100. Halfway there. Okay, so we're going to need 25 planks, so we may as well get them working on that. Someone's died. Okay. Have we lost both our scientists? Yes, we have. Right, you're not doing anything, so you can disappear somewhere else. I think we can take you out of there. And we're not building anything, so we'll just go down to 1. So we have beavers sorting out food, we have a beaver sorting out water. Once we get the gears, we can start working on getting things in for bigger tanks to replace these. Probably leave a couple here as a supply once we get to the point of hauling, but not for now. We have a spare beaver, so I guess you can go back in there. Good. So, comes another drought starting tomorrow, beaver time. And I think after this, after we've got the science, we're going to start looking at wood. And I think it might be an idea to look at getting something in place for getting these chopped down. These oaks are going to take a while. They are fresh. They will take a long time. Okay, so this dam here should save us, but we will lose the power for here, so we may as well pause this. It's useless to us. So we're just waiting on the trees. The water's held back, which is good. 1 pumping shouldn't be a problem with this. It's only a 3-day drought, so there's plenty of water in here to keep this going. So landscaping. Planks and logs. Planks and logs, right, okay. I think our best bet's going to be sorting this out. What I would love to do if I had the bits and pieces for it, for the wood and the planks, would be to come in here and remove these blockages. But we can't yet. So we are out of carrots. It's a shame we didn't quite get all of that over there, but good enough. Okay, to get all that we are going to need this one. Okay, so get this built. What we'll probably do is split the 2 teams between here and here. Get these built. What we might do is get those. They'll take that, but once that's built, we can put them back in. Knock it back down to 1. And I think we're going to need to start seriously berries are almost full, carrots are better, and yeah. Okay, let's zoom through the night. So it's the morning time, the beavers can get back up. Some carrots coming in, but they'll be full soon anyway. What we could do with... well, once this is planted, we don't need anyone in there short term. Caps look. So we really need to get our wood stocks up. So these two should come in here. Done the farmer's hats. Get these planted. Perfect. And I think what we can do is pause this, as we don't need someone sat there. Let's go back down to 2 in there. We don't need 2 in there. I think we'll go down to 1 in there. The carrots are full storage anyway. If anything comes, we can always put it out the ground. So we're kind of stuck here, so we may as well pause that and let them carry on. So put 2 back in there. So we're at balance for jobs. Yeah, I'm going to need to plant some more. Oops. Get someone back into there. Got spare beds, which is fine. Okay. These potatoes are halfway there. So we are going to start looking at the grills soon. Now we do have 100 science, so in the meantime we can start to yeah, I think if we yeah, we need to start moving up because we need bigger storage for that. So let's get just a little pile in here. Another one here. Yeah, you can be for gears. That is the wrong one. Oops. Gears and planks. So that's got a little bit of buffer storage for these. We can't do much with it yet, so let them put what they need into that. We'll just wait. So it's a decent expenditure for the science, and I think what will happen is once the water starts coming through, get someone in the blanket. Science is going up, which is okay. Just need to keep an eye on this water. So we used about half of that, so that's not too bad. So I think our next big purchase is going to be starting to... Wood's looking okay, so the next big thing is to deal with this. I think the best thing we can do is build up some of our floodgate money. And then just get a single, and then put a floodgate here in the middle. And then is there enough space in there to run it through? I'm not sure. But I think what we'll do is we'll run down here. And then we'll dam this off. So I would like to keep this little channel. Eventually I'd like the water to go into here so we don't need this water pumper unless it's an emergency. But that water pumper, the fluid dump. Right now, we should start to get some flow back in. If we do, what do we miss on here? So we have all the logs, which is fine. We just need another 1,000,000 planks. Which is okay. So once the flow's back, we should start it coming down here, which is good. Top everything back up from us. Full storage of carrots, full storage of berries, so I think we can happily pause you for now. You can go do something else. Potatoes are okay. Oh, we are cutting through that wood now. So let's more oaks, please. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to be a big problem. Surging, so I think we're going to need to make it too high. I think going diagonally is probably the best thing we can do here. Not that it makes it easy, but it should allow us to stop any surging, just due to the sheer amount of water that's coming out of here. Once it floods down here, you just saw it surge over there. But I think that will be a job for next episode, hopefully. Things come in. Just said that before we go. It's not connected. That is very true. I did put in a path. Let me sort that out. And this could be today's last job. Do that for now. And then we just need to wait for 10 more planks. And then, yeah, next time we'll work on a grill, as these potatoes should be coming in soon, and see if there's any issues with the water coming into here. We might need to just keep this topped up. And then, yeah, get the gears going, increase the water supply, and we'll do that next time. So if you tuned in, thank you for watching, and take care.